Hi everyone, I'm Erin Suchara, Application Engineer here at 3M. Today we're going to talk about the cavity wax process from application to post-repair inspection. We find that cavity wax is often underutilized in the repair procedures. So AOEMs specifically do call out areas in which they want cavity wax to be used, whether they call it cavity wax or sometimes inner panel wax, anti-corrosion coatings. We see a variety of different names that this can be called in their repair procedures, but there are 9 OEMs that call out our product alone, 8852 Cavity Wax Plus. And so you should be looking for this in pretty much all of your repair procedures, because this is an important part of the corrosion protection process. Anywhere that you have a new panel, or maybe you damage the E-coat at some part of the process, anywhere that there could be risk of corrosion, especially in an internal piece of the vehicle, you should be using cavity wax. So make sure you're looking for this in the right places in your OEM repair procedures, pulling that from whether that be their websites or from starting at a place like iCar, OEM One Stop. Those are all great places to make sure that you're starting to get the right information before starting your repair. Once you've determined where you need to put cavity wax, let's talk about how you're going to apply it. So a great attribute that we have with our cavity wax is the choice of 3 different lengths of nozzles. You'll find that as you start to move around the vehicle and apply cavity wax to a lot of tight spaces, you may need either a shorter or longer nozzle to get the cavity wax into the right place. So for example, this frame rail in front of me, I might choose something like our medium length nozzle to make sure that I can properly move it all the way into the space that I need to be covered and then pull it out appropriately as well. Tip number 2, you may also see that I have this masking tape at the end of the wand here. So this is great for avoiding mess when you are applying the cavity wax. Every cavity wax application should be complete with 3 coats of the cavity wax. Different OEMs may specify different mill build thickness. We have found that 3 coats generally is sufficient to reach this, so make sure that you are going in not once, not twice, but 3 times with your cavity wax wand. As you are pulling the wand out from the tight space that you have been applying the cavity wax, you'll see this masking tape at the end, and you'll know that it's time to stop, maybe take your hand off the trigger, not spray yourself with all the cavity wax as this exits the area in which you're applying. So it's a great tool for making sure that you have no overspray and no mess in your process. In many applications in which you are using cavity wax, you're often reaching into a tight space, maybe only having a small outlet in which to insert your nozzle. It can be difficult to tell what's inside that space, what needs to be covered, and have you fully covered with cavity wax after your application. That's why a great tool to have on hand is something like a borescope, both for before the application and after the application. Before, to identify what scratches or what areas do you need to cover with the cavity wax, and to be able to plan out what size nozzle you might want to use. And then after, to make sure that you fully covered what you intended to cover. So a borescope, making sure you find something that's semi-flexible, can keep its shape as you're sliding it into the cavity that you need covered, but also not bending over and getting stuck on the cavity wax that you apply as well. So a borescope is a great tool for inspecting both before and after your cavity wax application. By thinking about these tips before, during, and after the application, you're setting yourself up for a successful implementation of this cavity wax as part of the corrosion process in your repair. I hope that you find this content helpful, and we'll see you here soon.
If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. If you have questions or have ideas for future topics, leave us a comment down below. If you want more content like this, be sure to check us out at the 3M Collision Repair Academy. The link for that is in the description below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.